Sewing machine tension can be a mystery to a lot of people, but I've got a quick way to help you understand it and to not get frustrated. So first off, if you're sewing along and you get those big hairy loops on the back side of your fabric, that's actually not a tension issue, which this is our tension dial. We'll show you how it works. But it's the fact that you don't have the thread deep enough into the tension discs. So make sure you always thread with the presser foot up. Make sure you give the thread a good little pull when it comes down this first little groove. And the way to test is that when your presser foot is up, this foot thread should be loose, but as soon as you lower it, it should be tight. See that needle bending? That's when you know you have threaded your machine correctly. That thread gets all the way down into the tension discs. Now, what I'm going to talk about is what I have here is two different weights of thread. I actually have a thick thread in my needle and a different thread in my bobbin. So now they're kind of unbalanced a little bit. So as I started to sew a decorative stitch, it's actually pretty good at the beginning. But what I did was I went ahead and loosened it. And as I loosened it, see how much of the rainbow thread came to the back side? Didn't make the back look very pretty, but it did make the top look really good. So if you know you're not going to see the back, loosening your top tension is actually a way to get your top stitches to always look good. Now, as I went the other way, made it tighter, what it did is it pulled the bobbin thread up to the top side. See how you see the solid pink stitching? That's because it was too tight. So, and that can happen if you ever have a spool cap up here and it gets wrapped around and it's pulling, it's not coming through the machine as smooth. That's extra tight. So just make sure it's nothing that you did by accidentally getting it wrapped around something. But you can always adjust it. Now, if you don't remember which way to go, just remember one will make it worse and one will make it better. So don't be afraid to just turn the dial when you're unsure. That's why there's an auto right here at the middle that you can always turn back to. Just start there, and if you have the same weight of thread, same brand, same color in your needle as you do in your bobbin, you probably don't have to adjust this at all. So keep your machine cleaned and balanced, and all your stitches will look good when they stitch.